Welcome to MachismoTV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Our channel covers a range of topics including current events, fitness, personal development, and technology to help you look, feel, and live your best life. Tune in for actionable advice and engaging discussions. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you. So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it? Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
About how we can better ourselves and further ourselves, further your mind, you know what I'm saying?
How you gon' wear my trust when the life was
Be clear, this is
How you gon' be no love when the bag don't sleep?
invasion.
Deep, crash your feelings in the middle of the street. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the hoes was at. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the bros was at. 3:30 in the morning, go through the call up. Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off. I love when you count me out. 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 My name is in your mouth.
Might be about you. Might be about you.
Conductor. Welcome to the new golden era. Yeah. This that purple tape mix for 𝐂𝐍𝐉𝐎𝐾. Hey yo. Imagine getting murdered with the case in the Sub Village. Yeah. DJ Drama.
Hey yo, I'ma take it back to the ski mask Chanel. So yo, with my mail, I can never fail. I can be through you, I can tell you a tell. You ain't never ate rules, Chris in a cell. Everything grab, you moving at a pace of a snail. Supreme clientele, cause my cocaine pal is wrapped on the hype. My dope house well with Egypt, reading Portland's.
I pray you see me hop up out that Rolls, that's hope. I pray you see me hop out that Maybach, that's hope. Big chains on my neck, that's hope. Big ass bracelet on my wrist, that's hope. That's hope. Praise fly, praise stove, praise both. Say you love me, lie to me, sweet. Double R stitched in my seat. Powder footprints falling off my feet.
Hey yo, meticulous like a watchmaker, precision, I'm public enemy without the clock. Yo, listen, champagne flavor apricot, full flavor, full leaf furs, ocelot, I'm at the spot, about to make a lot. On a calm morning, got me brainstorming, new ways to breach loopholes, new goals, to turn coal into diamonds, you motherfucking turncoats, cotton picking good for nothing wanted, you low down Benedicts, how you kill a good nigga working in the neighborhood, trying to build shit, that ain't real shit. I know it's hard to get on one accord, but why take a king off the board? It's not checkmate when the game detonate, but let me deviate. I'm thinking more pouring white grapes than the flu. How you escaping the coup, the heist. Open shop down in Alger Heights. Nothing less than success will suffice. Right, tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. It's real. Pearls before swine. Girls with strong minds, the world is all mine. It's like hurry up and wait, it's a long line. You got the right idea, but at the wrong time. Timepieces, I find peace, my mind reaches new levels, new devils to leave speechless. Speak truth to power, minutes turn to hours, yours become ours. Now it's new moves, rules of engagement. I leave out with the money, with who I came with. No more the same shit, but I'm still player. Get your main hit, like your first single. Layers, fly ladies understand lingo. On the hotel rooftop, we met mingle. Tequila shots, the whole menu was bilingual. Sing along, you know the words, it's not a jingle. A man with a plan with a purpose. Standing ovation, we out, close the curtains. Yeah. Tell me how it feel, tell me how it feel. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Know the deal. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Know the deal.
You like to eat?
Hell yeah, I like to eat. What you think? I got air in me? What the hell is wrong with you? Asking me dumb questions. He literally looked at my big ass and say, do you like to eat? I went by the gas station and put the air pump in my ass today, Shannon. That's how I got blown up. I'm sorry. Stick a pin in me. I'ma be your size.
But you know, sometimes people...
You know he don't date big girls.
I'm here today because Raymond rather play the video games than play with me. Look, here go your controllers. Play with me. I'm your game. Play with me. This your game. Play with me. I'm your game. Play with me. This your game. I cook. I clean. I pay the bills. I cook. I cook. I clean. I pay the bills. I cook. Mr. Baptiste, your woman is upset. Mr. Baptiste, let me ask you this. Do you play a lot of video games?
Ollie boy count cash, move sneaky. Paper in the daycare, paper in the kitchen on the phone, different story, different vision. Every office, cousin got position. Every meeting, bro, I got a mission. Smile for the photo, suit look clean. Under the table, whole crew eat green. Somebody scam king, ay. We run that, 8 bill gone, they can't get none back. On God, every hustle, every angle. Comrade, Carlo, say, flip it, untangle. Somebody scam king, talk sweet, walk me, dress code halal, money so hot I'm clean. Read beat, sign here, that's the anthem. Whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn.
Somebody scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Somebody scam king.
Freedom fighters, now they fight with spreadsheets. Laptop louder than the sound of the streets. Grand after grand, feeding all the kids. Outside parking lot full of new whips. Charities, trucking, fake school, fake farm. Whole application like reading the charm. Refugee program, we help, we care. Back in Saxon, we just spit the shit. Comrade Carlos in the must front row at the door prayer. Plan where the funds go, one file here. One shell company there. By the time they notice, we in the air.
Somebody scam king.
We run that 8 bill gone, they can't get none back. On God, every hustle, every angle. Comrade Carlos, say flip it, untangle.
Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, walk mean, dress code halal, money so hot I'm clean. Habibi, sign here, that's the anthem. Whole block eating off the big boy scams. Damn, 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 damn.
Somebody scam king. Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Somebody scam king.
Talk sweet, talk sweet, talk sweet.
Fine decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand, crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong.
Country shot.
My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, and I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war.
Then I gotta be the best of them all. That's just cut and dried. I'm the best. Whether you like it or not, you're looking at, the greatest, the best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousines, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want. Just like that. You know what? Let's face it. If you're not carrying the big gold, you're second best no matter what you tell yourself. So gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it. Who you're looking at, the man. Woo!
The almighty, the legend, the legendary West Side.
Our name.
Fly God himself.
You're looking at the man. Woo! I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch. I don't give a fuck what you think, bitch.
Because we're in a fucking gynocracy, god damn it! Because we're in a fucking gynocracy, god damn it!
You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch! You son of a bitch!
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix. You're in the mix.
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix. You're in the mix.
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix. You're in the mix.
Your girlfriend's favorite DJ.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Is in the mix.
That's how we do it.
You're in the mix. You're in the mix.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's Johnny.
Show will begin now.
Yo, 1-2, back at it again. What up? Yo, salute to the chat. I see y'all in here. All right, bet. We're back. It's Sunday. I know we've been going 2 weeks. Let me get a sound check. Yo, Saul, you in there?
Mic check.
Okay, perfect. You sound good. Tito.
Yeah, what up?
What up? And Mr. O.
What's happening? What's happening?
All right, bet. Everybody sound good. What up, Music Man, Revelator? Okay, I see you checking in on Vertical. Kwame, Detroit. I seen Carrington up in here. Okay, and here come the Cloud Watchers, Detroit. All right, bet. And Universal Black was first up in here. All right, man. 2 weeks down. Let's get back at it. Shit. Let's just get opening statements to get down to it. Saul, open a statement for the chat and the replay gang.
It's been a lot of shit going on. These people are clawing and desperate. I mean, we predicted this, as you all see, that there's a whole bunch of shields that have shown up in the space to try to make things look as organic as possible. We know exactly who they are, and I've been seeing them everywhere, man. They like little gnats and shit. I'll land my plane there.
Spot on. Tito, what say you? Opening statements, because Saul is correct. I see you actually did a couple streams on that, and we've been talking about that. They've been popping up everywhere. They're actually trying to flood the algorithm on some diverting hate shit. What say you? Opening statement, Tito.
Yeah, the shit that you're gonna see from the agent sphere is gonna get ramped up as time go on. I would say right now the head of the agent sphere is probably 𝐷𝐿. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that this nigga that had nothing to say about people talking about they want to blow up FBAs and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And just on a side note, you seen FD Signifier just did a joint with them Jam young boys who are moist as hell, and the Jam motherfuckers is what you would call it? They got the nice mics, the big studio, they young boys. There's money behind that, and
every time, ain't it? Every time.
And Jam is the same motherfuckers when what's her face? Who the washed up Joan that was on Joe Buttons? What's her name?
Melissa Ford. I remember that.
Ford. Yeah,
yes,
exactly. Yes. When Melissa Ford was doing an interview with Charlemagne and she was trashing all the red pill black man content creators, she said the only piece of people I listen to are who are those young boys? Jam. And who pop up on there last week? FD Signifier. And like I said, it's right before the midterms. She talking all the Democratic intersectional and shit. And then they took a full 5 minutes to piss on Kevin Samuels' grave out of nowhere. So that's targeted, orchestrated conversation. Mr. O, open a statement. What say you, sir? You was on random shit with me last night. So you doing a double header.
Oh yeah. Well, I have been looking at the cornbread tube of nigga YouTube space and everything. I'm kind of like it's one thing to be a agent. It's another thing to be a dumb clown agent. Like they literally got them out here spewing some of the dumbest rhetoric known to possible. Like you basically want to go ahead and label us people that was born here, fought for this country, died in this country, fought for our rights against the people that basically got us in this country. And here y'all coming in, want to go ahead and get all the give me that, all the free stuff. And when we go ahead and try to do a dividing line, trying to go ahead and have a little space for us, because don't get it twisted. When they come over here, they like to go ahead and appropriate the black name, the black culture. But when push comes to shove, they say what country they from, Africa, what little island, what in the Caribbean. Then when we go ahead and try to do the same thing, y'all just want to be xenophobic. What happened to the Pan-African? We's all black. We need to stick together. Bullshit. I'm thinking about making an appearance on one of these cornbread tube channels one of these days, just to troll them a little bit. Think I'm on their side. Then I want to hit them some real questions and see if they'll actually answer it. But I highly doubt it though. But welcome back, Machismo. Welcome back, Tito. Welcome back, Saul. Welcome back, Chat. Yeah, we back.
Yeah, man, we took last week off for that lame ass Super Bowl. Like, I mean, if this your team, I ain't dissing, but I mean, Seahawks and the Patriots, come on, bro. And then on top of the Patriots got blown up by the Seahawks. That shit was
bro. Even with the I'm glad you mentioned that, Machismo. Even with this fiasco, with the Super Bowl halftime show. They literally like y'all have people singing in Spanish about doing bus or something like that. We looked at the translation. We see what Bad Bunny was basically having
We looked
everybody.
at the translation. Stupid.
Yes. Look, hey, Black America, yo, keep on trying to go ahead and make everybody else's problems our problems, and we gonna keep showing you, like, look, like that one of them old senators from back in the day when he said Mexicano problem is not their problem.
Yeah. I watched it. You say he didn't feed Diggs, Stephon Diggs. That the whole shit was crazy. He said Bad Bunny is coming to the WWE. That's crazy. All right, man. Let's get right into it, man. Tito, you actually let's do a double. Fuck this nigga. Hold on. Let me remove him because we're gonna do him second. We're gonna do him. Let's get this chick from Sierra Leone out the way. Because well, I seen a couple people. I seen Tariq Nasheed, a couple people do the blowback. But my biggest thing is, I'm just gonna say it, like, the level of comfort that these fucking people have to talk this reckless is crazy to me. Like, and that's a clear sign that motherfuckers have gotten too comfortable, and it was the boomers that did it and put it that y'all done left the door open too much for all this shit, for them to like really be kicking their feet up, talking reckless and crazy. And I've said this before, most of these people come from countries where ethnic cleansing is the norm. Let's just keep it a buck. So when they start saying shit like that, this shit is not to be taken lightly. You understand what I'm saying? They take their own out in mass numbers. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing to be playing with, them talking reckless and crazy like this. So this the chick from Sierra Leone that was saying that she wanted to strap a BOMB to herself, and if she was in a room of all FBAs, she would be more than happily to let it off. Apparently, she worked at Strayer University. They contacted the university, and she's been fired. But I put together this double montage, talking her nonsense, and then we can get at it.
Was the xenophobia that is in the foundational Black American community. If you identify with that foundational Black title, even though it is a lineage, it is a title. If you identify with it, more often than not, you have heard or used xenophobia.
When they say that shit, even though it's a lineage, but it's a title, this is them rolling back to that you got no culture shit. That's her underhandedly saying, like, yeah, it's a lineage, but y'all were slaves, so y'all don't have. You understand what I'm saying? This is why they so mad at this FBA shit, because all that Akata shit and all that shit don't have no power no more. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all not real Africans and all that shit. That's us being like, well, we don't give a fuck. We don't want to. We're Americans. We're heritage Americans. We're found that. You know what I'm saying? That takes all that takes all that little slur and shit that they can hold over us. That's really what's getting up under their skin.
You are Akata.
I use xenophobic rhetoric out of anger. They just use xenophobic rhetoric because it's a normal day in Queens. So I completely understand where the anger could have come from, especially when they're chopping and screwing bits and pieces.
Oh, that little thing at the bottom, that's Strayer University saying that she no longer works there. They got wind of her xenophobic and her threatening certain ethnic group, et cetera, and that they don't condone violence, and she's no longer employed at Strayer University.
To make me look divisive as f***, but in reality, I really do love my people. I love my people so bad, and I want us to win so bad. But the thing is, there is no us with them. They other themselves, not all of them, but the ones who prioritize xenophobia in their lexicon of whatever the they identify as. They decide that they are going to use xenophobia as the permission slip to completely dehumanize people. And when people do it back, y'all get out of the pocket. Y'all go out of worlds and start blowing up people's views and screen recording and sharing because you're cowards. You're cowards. What I was saying in that video,
these tellers is really out of control, bro.
In poor taste, was a criticism of the xenophobia in which y'all strapped to y'all chest like the that I would use. Hyperbolically. But because a lot of you are not educated and don't know the use of hyperbole, don't know the use of metaphor, don't know the use of simile,
She want to say you fucking niggers.
we have a problem. And I don't want to talk down on you, because at the end of the day, it's not all Black Americans. It's specifically the ones who prioritize xenophobia. This before though, like, I was apologetic because that's not what I meant, and I hated the fact that I hurt people and I misunderstood them and they misunderstood me. And I learned a lot about FBAs. The actual foundational Black Americans are prioritizing lineage over title, over any, because they want to be able to be authentic to themselves. Quite a few Black people, I did not know this, have completely breeded out the African from their families. So it's like, the phenotype of Blackness still exists, but it isn't gonna look the way you think it's gonna look.
I'm just gonna stop it there because I put a compo over her to go. She just this is rambling tether babble. Tito, this is your segment, but so you came in hot on this. I'm gonna let you take it, and then Tito, I'll pass it to you, and I'll give you you have more than 3 minutes, 5 or 6 if you need. Go ahead, Saul.
Even with that statement right there, it's still racialized science used from the ilks of, you know, that sort of tribalism and stuff, talking about people's phenotype. You know what I mean? Most Black Americans is like, okay, I mean, somebody got freckles, you know, somebody got, you know, red hair, somebody's yellow, somebody with blue eyes or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's the level of envy, jealousy, and contempt. Like, she's giving a backhanded apology. You know what I mean? She's acknowledging, yes, there is she knows exactly what it is. You know what I mean? Because she's been around the space enough to know the lingo to even know that it's about reparations. And she's just so fucking bitter and obsessed that she won't be a part of it. That's the problem. Let's just call it what it is, you know, at the heart of it, you know? Like, you know, she doesn't have that sort of Mama Africa where, you know, we worship them and this, that, and the, no, get on somewhere with all that. You know what I mean? And so these are the people who've been hiding behind their profiles, gentlemen, who's been, you know, actually fueling the flames of the gender war. These are the same people here who come over here and use these sort of outright talking points and stuff like that, you know, and they be so off code and stuff, looking like a caricature of goons, you know, making us look terrible and claiming Black American. We're finally able to, you know, take the wool, I mean the sheet off their face, and we actually get to see exactly who these types are. But I land my plane there, man. You know, and good work to the you know, to the family for getting her up out of the paint. She don't need to eat.
Spot on. Tito, yeah, this is your segment. You can have at it. You can have more than 3 minutes if you need it. All yours.
Okay. This motherfucking Terrence Cody looking ass bitch, right? Really, it's a lot of women like this that's angry of her demographic. I'm gonna talk about that more tomorrow, because I'm gonna cook this bitch for about a good hour tomorrow. But I will say this: amongst you mentioned, you know, immigrant females that fan the flames of the gender war, and I have said that before. You won't find a more angry or bitter bitch than one of these African female tethers, or like the so-called Afro Hispanic ones that's dark skinned. You won't find anybody that's more full of bile and vitriol than them, and it has something to do with mate access. You know what I'm saying? Because mates bring income, mates bring companionship, mates bring protection and all of the shit that they say that they want, attention, all of that shit, right? So she in her rant, she talks about xenophobia, but it is crazy how it was never xenophobic until we started doing it. It's crazy how every single racial group has a slur for Black Americans. But then when we just say, hey, we are our own part of Black, all of a sudden that becomes xenophobic. All of a sudden that becomes a so-called alt-right. They actually trying to say FBA now is like a kind of a Black alt-right.
Exactly.
Just because you don't want to fucking carry the water for Democrats while they turn around and replace your ass, or now you're being divisive. Like,
yeah, they're saying it's a COINTELPRO government op. But it's propaganda. Go ahead, it's all yours.
Yeah, it's a COINTELPRO government op, even though all of these motherfucking tethered Black congressional caucus motherfuckers is from other countries, or they lineage is from other countries, right? This is probably one of the worst things that could have ever happened to the fucking Democratic Party. It's a real fucking kick in the nuts to them that they can't use Black people as a political football no more, because we was the tie break vote. Now that they don't have a tie break vote, I mean, shit, ballot harvesting, they gonna have to resort to all type of shit now. You see what they had to do in 2020 because they don't have that tie break vote no more. As it turns out, sending Hillary Clinton in 2016 to different churches doing the Black scent, talking about she got hot sauce in her purse, did not work. Niggas want tangibles, right? And so, but women like this though, and people like this, they're mad because they see a lifeline being cut. That's the main reason they see a lifeline being cut. This big bitch knows that she's probably a few months on the calendar away from looking at palm trees and rocks again back home. And that's part of what the anger is. But I'm gonna cook this bitch tomorrow real good though.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna piggyback on that last statement you said, because you hit another thing right on the nose. You notice how she's dressed, that houndstooth sweater, she was at Strayer University. And you see her speaking vernacular. She sounds like one of these university FBA annoying feminist broads, right? But she's from Sierra Leone. So with this FBA delineation, it's like she's losing some of her FBA Black feminist female status. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's at a university. You understand what I'm saying? She got in under that FBA Black feminist guys type thing, and now that they're delineating. So, like I said, there's I'm noticing layers to all this outrage by the non-FBAs, because all this is just a recognition of bloodline lineage, and for me in particular, like I said, who fought in the goddamn wars you know what I'm saying? Because that's the biggest thing. That's what changed everything, and y'all can't come in afterwards. So that's just a notification. You know what I'm saying? We being like, y'all do your thing. But I've been listening to like a lot of excerpts from Tariq Nasheed lately, because I didn't know. Like these non-FBAs are very angry and upset, man. They just be in there spitting venom. There's a lot of animosity toward the FBA Black American. I mean, we knew there was like little stuff before, but like they just being verbal about it now.
Well, she gonna have to after that 6 months employment run out, she gonna have to get that jawbone to working. That's the only thing I can see that she can sell, that she got a value. Shit.
Carrington Moore says she's unfortunate looking. Mr. O, that's all yours.
So this is a combination of Maspusha. This one I'm giving this name to this preacher, Maspusha. That's basically Medusa locks and Maspusha body. You dig? So it's always these fat tethered looking chicks right here.
Yo, you at work? You got a lot of background noise. Can't hear you.
I just got off of work. Can't hear me?
I can hear you, but your background louder than your voice.
Yeah, it sounds like you at Dave and Buster's.
No, I'm at the train station. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to my car real quick.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead. Try it again.
Yeah, so this is what happens.
That's better. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, see, these are the types right here that want to go ahead. See, they want to go ahead and call for like a holy hold hands and talking about, look, we's all black. We need to know how to fight each other. We's all trying to get into this country, trying to do everything. But no. When you get your what's the name put out there that you want to go ahead and so-called quote unquote go against your brothers and sisters, your FBA brothers and sisters, this is what you're gonna get. Now she lost her job. Now she's trying to beg and plead. I guess he's trying to like say like I ain't mean it. I was just playing. No. See this right here, this creature right here on the screen. This is what gives the whole Pan-African thing, the whole all the deadly nations come together, makes it a bad thing to do, because at the end of the day, they always feel like this is what they think about you black people in America. This is what they think about you black people in America that's actually trying to stick together and trying to build something that's ours and not theirs. Yeah, she getting what she deserves, and I love it. And I pass the mic right there.
All right, bet. I'm gonna play a little bit more, and you guys could have at it if you want. But let me knock these two out the way.
Let me rotate in real quick. Back in, I wanted to also mention something. Okay, and this is really important. If it's okay. Hello?
No, go ahead. It's all yours.
I think I'm gonna say this, and I can't stress this enough. Okay, if you in this space, and I'm talking about the black manosphere, okay, and you sitting up here and you checking hoes left and right, and most of them hoes is FBA hoes, and you're not holding your own bitches to the fire, we gonna start looking at you kind of funny. Because you ain't the first one to get up to check your hoes and stuff, even rhetorically, knowing full well, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck is going on. I just find it mighty funny that people are selective and weird about addressing these chicks, or addressing the fact that a lot of these tethered chicks are white worshiping. I'm just saying, we got enough dead wenches over here, but it don't seem like it's enough pushback from quote unquote our brethren from across the pond or in the islands saying just as much about this shit. And I'm tired of seeing it, and I'm tired of this long silence. So to me, that says something without saying something. Are you a sort of inverse version of them motherfuckers to stoke the gym war? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll fight these bitches over here. We've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? But the question is your heart is really in it? You know what I'm saying? Do you really mean what you say you're saying, or are you really playing another psyop game? I'll land my plane there.
Well played. Hey, let's knock these two super chats out the way, and I'm gonna play a little bit more. And Tito, I edited this video down. I'll send it to you on WhatsApp since you want to roast it tomorrow anyway. Detroit 313, member for 5 months. He said, you heard about Uncle Luke from 2 Live Crew running for Congress? Yeah, and he's running on a pro-immigrant platform because I believe he is Panamanian. And that goes to my point that I've been saying before. It's all these old, we had a generational old niggas telling y'all don't be involved in politics, don't be informed, don't be involved locally, don't do nothing. While at the same time, the immigrants that were coming in took over your congressional black caucus. They're all the congressmen now, and now they were making laws. They're blocking reparations for you. Like they didn't block reparations for you like 3 times in 3 different states. You know what I'm saying? They shutting down any type of legislation or studies to do it. Like it's them. It's not the white boys. It's the immigrants in Congress doing it. And now with the SAFE Act, you got the Congressional Black Congress up there calling it racist. The entire Congressional Black Congress are all immigrants. They are not FBAs. So they're set, and they're calling having ID to vote racist. So they're like I said, they're already showing you that they're in it for their interests. Now, y'all think this is think it's funny that Uncle Luke is going to run 2 Live Crew. He's in Florida. He knows Marco Rubio. He knows Trump. And what is he doing? He's going for his interests and what he's not doing. He's not arguing with y'all line. You see how hard he backed Kamala. You know, he was getting paid for that. So what are they going to do? The immigrants and ICE, they catching all that? He going to run for Congress. What? Put another immigrant in Congress and vote against your interests. So you know what I'm saying? So while the old niggas was telling y'all don't be involved at all, both two feathers of the same bird bullshit, you don't know nothing. They opened the door for these immigrants to come in and take the freedoms that we fought for and get power over you. That shit is not a game anymore. You know what I'm saying? Let's do a drop for old boy. As this is for you old ass niggas.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
And thanks to everybody that joined the membership for the channel. I'm trying to get 100 plus members by the end of the year. Well, but like 6 months from now. Magi Engineer Shiva Destroyer with the $2. He said, "Is that O'Shea Duke Jackson's? Is that O'Shea Duke Jackson's sister?"
Let's be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
What the fuck? Come on. StreamYard.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
Like I said, I'm gonna play a little bit more of this because I put a montage. Okay, here's the second clip, and only because with her babbling the way she's doing, she's actually giving you a look into the psychology and the mind of like this Tether initiative and like how the FBA delineation is really short-circuiting their brains. And in this one, she's really talking to. This is what I'm saying. Like, they don't realize how out of place they are. She's talking about slavery and what we need to do, and this, that, and like, yeah, they're just so out of line. And like I said, a lot of that speaks to now that we're delineating, they can't use that 𝐓𝐾𝐒 shit against us and everything. And you're not really African, and you don't have any history and any lineage. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know where you come from. But us being like, no, we're Americans, we're foundational Americans, we're heritage Americans. That shuts that whole superiority thing that they've been living on for like the last X amount of decades, and their brains are short-circuited. So I'm gonna play a little bit more of this, and whoever wants a piece of that.
People use the exact same logic too. You're worried about racism and things. You're worried about slavery. It happened so long ago. And the reason why they throw that in y'all's faces is because you give power to what once was. They're still doing it, yes, but because you still put in that collective effervescence. Every time we speak on slavery, we don't talk about the bravery of our ancestors. We talk about...
This is a motherfucker whose peoples wasn't even here. Like, the audacity.
What the pain we went through. I'm very aware of Nat Turner. Nat Turner was one of the first slave stories I ever got to fully process as a thinking human. And to know that he was eaten is one of the most disturbing facts. But you want to know why he was eaten? Because I've explained it in another video when it boils down to
how we got a bitch from Sierra Leone explaining our fucking history to us. What's going on in your country?
And cannibalism, and why they value cannibalism so deeply. Cannibalism, from a very ritualistic standpoint, is the consumption of energy. There are a lot of ways for you to consume people's energy, but for you to jump directly into eating people is a crazy fucking jump. So yes, you're right. I completely agree with you. But the more we bring this up and we try and be like, oh, well, they ate us. And yes, it's American history, but it's a facet of American history that is going to take us nowhere if we do not activate the best parts of ourselves. And that is not a way to activate the best part of yourself. It's like reminding yourself as you get out of an abusive situation that you went through an abusive situation.
I'm tired of these. She's from Sierra Leone. You know what the fuck is going on in Sierra Leone? Blood diamonds, child soldiers, mass rape, no fucking infrastructure, no open sewage. Like the fucking audacity. Who wants to like for them to be lecturing us about our fucking history? You know where the fuck you come from? Go ahead. Whoever wants it, man.
I'm just saying, it seemed like the only thing that stuck out to her that she could relate to is that cannibalism.
Yes,
You know, it seemed like that's something that you know, she must have lusted for some sort of, you know, commonality with the male sapiens. You know what I mean? When it comes to that old cannibalism stuff and describing the whole ritualistic nature of it, I'm sure she's one step off of that with the bush meat. But I just wanted to point that out.
No, go ahead. It's all yours. Keep going. One step away.
No, that was just about that. Yeah.
Go ahead, Tito, Mr. O, somebody want that, and then we'll pull up the next one.
Yeah, man. She's only digging herself a deeper hole. And it's crazy that somebody that's probably university educated, that's working at a damn university, doesn't even understand that is so many more slave insurrections and shit besides Nat Turner. I don't know. I guess that's the only one they talk about in high school. So eighth grade reading level motherfuckers, that's the only person that they can think of. But it's been over 550 slave rebellions, right? So this whole goofy ass narrative that they want to talk about, we not our ancestors and shit, it falls flat. You have to, I'm telling you, to believe a lot of these narratives, this is just like that 1354 shit. To believe that narrative, you gotta be willfully fucking stupid. You gotta ignore history, logic, and common sense, all of that shit to believe this shit. But yeah, she doesn't even understand history. She doesn't. To be saying that shit like that's the only time niggas said fuck this shit. No, it's a whole bunch of times that niggas said fuck that shit. And understand this: when the National Historical Institutes catalog the slave rebellions and antebellum slavery, they only count the ones where it's 25 participants or more. So it's probably potentially thousands that's went undocumented.
Of course.
Including a woman that got purchased in Missouri. I think she got purchased in Mississippi and took up to Missouri. And the white dude wanted some coochie from her, and she wasn't trying to hit that shit, and she busted his motherfucking head with a clothes iron. Because you know they had the iron that you had to leave on the stove back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. So that's a one-person slave rebellion. So she don't know what the fuck she's talking about. And you know what? Because she don't know what she's talking about, she should really stay the fuck out of our business. Because we don't talk an awful lot about, you know, West African history. So she should really stay the fuck out of our business.
Spot on. That's right there. And it's hard to be really informed of someone's history when you're busy cosplaying their culture. I'll leave that part there. Mr. O, you want a final piece of that before we jump to this goofy dude, Dante, what's his face?
No. I mean, she already a big embarrassment right now with that thingamajig on her head, the granny glasses, and that damn bro look like a moo-moo. So I got nothing else.
He said some Sierra Leoneans descended from formerly enslaved Africans who were liberated like Liberians. Yeah, I get that. That's still not the point. All right, let's go to some more FBA, and this one is by we don't actually know where this dude is from. He's Atlanta, but we don't actually know. Or that's what they was asking him all online. Like, who's your mom? Who's your dad? Where you? And apparently he was abandoned as a child. So we don't even really know if this nigga's FBA with that big ass head.
Black American. These niggas ain't involved in nothing outside. They ain't doing shit outside. They on the internet looking for niggas that look just like them to degrade and call tethers all day.
Nigga, when the FBA become a group? Nobody talking me up for a group. And if you really want to know black people not helping, look at his comments. Go back and look at the comments right quick. When I tell you, it was some Haitian that bitch shit, we a bum collective, people want us to help them niggas. Niggas better learn how to fight for themselves. We've been fighting for over 400 years. And until a couple years ago, not one other nigga want to be African American. Not one. Because we gonna act like the me no black thing isn't an infamous term. To this day, we still dealing with other motherfuckers asking us what our culture while dressing just like us.
And speaking of All Lives Matter.
All right, hold on. So, whatchamacallit? So that's the first statement. So now it's Black History Month, and he got tore up so badly on the internet by FBA, and I heard on one of the joints he was looking like he was about to cry because everybody was asking him where are your peoples from, and then it turned out that like I said, he was abandoned as a child, so he don't even know. He supposedly got a white mother, so he's all suspect. The other thing is this nigga's got corporate funding. Halfway through his pro-black revolutionary rants, he stops to do Whole Foods commercials and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking goofy ass nigga. So this is him talking about delineation now after he got roasted all over the internet. This was a couple weeks later. So this is a complete fucking about face. So that shows you this nigga don't stand for nothing.
We're not going to All Lives Matter Black History Month. We're not going to do that. Black History Month originated from Negro History Week, established in February 1926 by historian Carter G. Woodson and the
He's reading that shit, bro.
Association for the Study of African American Life and History to coincide with the birthdays of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass.
Oh, how they change up, how they change up, how they change up. Now 𝐷𝐷𝐿, it seems like ever since Bernice King came out and spoke out against Shabuzi and his Grammy speech, right? And she said, make sure you remember the children of chattel slavery that was not immigrants, that built the foundation of this country. She wrote it. So now you have Roly Poly changing his tune, and now you have this guy, right? 𝐷𝐷𝐿, right? It was all good just last week ago. You was going in on FBA saying that we outside, we ain't doing nothing, putting us all together as a gang, saying we was a hate group, just linking us up with just a whole bunch of foolishness, right? A whole bunch of foolishness. Now all of a sudden, you want to use FBA talking points. You want to use FBA talking points, but want to disrespect FBA at the same time. How y'all are hypocrites, right? Y'all hate the fact that it's groups of young people and older people that they're separated from that Democratic plantation and ain't riding with them Republicans and went right in the gray area in the middle and said, hey, we going to self-identify. We ain't rocking with none of this stuff that you guys are saying. Y'all are upset, but then when it's convenient, y'all want to use the talking points, right? You went after Tariq Nasheed. Tariq Nasheed responded because you was going crazy. But let's first look at some of the talking points that you're saying now, right? After Bernice King made her statement.
Black History Month.
That's right.
Happy Black History Month. Speaking of the Grammys, Shabuzi.
Shabuzi.
All right, Shabuzi.
What do you do now, son?
Shabuzi, I ain't gonna take up too much of your time. I understand immigrating to America, having parents immigrate to America and sacrifice so that you can have a better opportunity. Immigrants did not build America. Okay? America was built off the genocide of the native people and the enslavement of the African people. Of slave labor.
Yeah.
Immigrants have definitely contributed to
He's referring to notes, if you could say.
American culture, to American history, throughout the duration. But if we're going to talk about what built this country is the genocide of indigenous people.
Facts.
And the enslavement of African American people.
Super facts.
That's it. Full stop. We're not going to be ahistorical about it. We're not going to tell people who were kidnapped and trafficked that they're immigrants. We're not doing that.
No.
That is literally the opposite of the definition of immigration. Immigration is a choice. Kidnapping and enslavement is not a choice.
Yeah, that's my montage. Saul, you was doing this FBA tether delineation thing and seeing that it had political fuel and actually could be used as a lever in the cudgel quite some time ago. What do you say about this? And then astroturfing as well and organized opposition. What do you say about this and also his rapid about face after getting flamed on the internet?
Well, from Fat Joe to Burner Boy to this fat random Sierra Leonean chick to this guy right here, on to Stacey Abrams to Kamala Harris. I mean, not like that. Whether or not people want to admit it, we're very, very, very powerful. We're very powerful, right? You know, I mean, I would say, you know, as a whole, you know, if we're talking about FBA, you would say about 15% are truly aware of the FBA delineation movement and actively partake in civic life and actually pushing the whole delineation reparations movement. You know what I mean? And people are actually, you know, on code and having conversations and are mobile. I mean, we got, I mean, not like that. It seems so long ago that, you know, that Black Panther, you know, the faux one, you know, that seemed almost like months ago. You know what I mean? How many people we've been getting out of the paint over and over and over. You know what I mean? And I've said this before, right? We're gonna have a new Black Renaissance, and we're in the middle of it. I've said this since, I've been saying that since what? 2022, 2023, somewhere in there, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, it's our turn, and I think that, you know, yes, we can disagree with, you know, the 20% of the stuff, and I think that we've matured, and I'm talking about the modern Black male in the sense to where, okay, we agree with 80% of this stuff, that this immigration stuff hurts Black male jobs. We agree that, you know, a lot of these bitches are out of line. You know what I'm saying? We agree with, you know, a return to, you know, traditional family values and that being used as a vehicle to generate wealth or whatever. Or, you know, just basically doing your own thing just as a man, one way or another, right? But I would say you have various degrees of it where, you know, you have still some people caping, still some people simping, still some people doing that other thing. But for the most part, we're not getting hung up in that 20% and that minutia and not necessarily able to mobilize. So we're just tactically furious at this point, right? So what's going to happen and what's going to need to happen, and me and Tito kind of talked about this a little bit today and yesterday, is about, you know, we're very vibrant as far as the getting the word out and the radio waves, which is good. But now we're gonna have to enter the arena, and I've been saying this, and I've been saying this, and I've been saying this, as far as becoming layman researchers, okay? Right? Not everybody can sit on a platform and are able to, you know, speak out against this bullshit that's going on with encroachment. But, you know, like I said before, some people are excellent at research. Some people are excellent at behind the scenes stuff, like making calls to congressmen, making calls to jobs, you know, to you know, get these people up out of the paint, you know, forwarding intel to your local content creator as far as encroachment and how things can be twisted up about upcoming policies and stuff. And before you know it, next year we're going to be working like a well-oiled machine. Now, what's in front of us right now is these midterms and obviously this voter ID crap, right? We've already spread the word that that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because when we have that conversation, as soon as you have a young black male that's no longer quote unquote cute in the eyes of society, right? You know, that's about maybe 12, in some cases 10. What is the first thing a parent take their kid to do? Go and get them an ID. You know what I'm saying? So we already know that's just bullshit. So it's pretty evident that, you know, you had the white folks saying, no, we're being replaced and this, that, and the other, right? And then we started kind of checking the board and looking at things and watching stuff, and we were like, wait a minute, man. We got this old gay shit being promoted. We got mass incarceration being promoted. We got people getting pushed out of cities and stuff. Wait a minute. We got people sitting up here trying to act like they blacker than us. You know, they got weird tendencies and they corny as fuck. It seems like we're being replaced here. It seems like they want us to give up our birthright, telling us whether or not we have any equity in this nation called America or not. No, you're not American, right? Your ass is over here, but yet you want me to give up my birthright and not identify with something I built. So that's where we are, man. That's where we are. And tethers like this, you're going to keep seeing them come with it. It's either going to be a tether, it's either going to be somebody who's a tragic mulatto. Not all, I'm not knocking the, you know, some of the folks who you know, come from mixed lineage and stuff like that. But you got to call a pattern what it is, right? Or a combination of both. You got people with, you know, who's into the bussy, right? You got people who are old niggas, you know what I'm saying, who want access or have access to foreign vagina or bussy for that matter, right? The loudest people are the people who sit on the periphery of blackness, because guess what? They're not really black. You understand what I'm saying? And you got to think about it like this. How are you the most cornbread and okra eating, ham hock eating motherfucker 24/8? You know what I'm saying? That's not possible. You got to start asking questions. I'll land my plane there.
Cheeto, you already I actually shared the stream that you actually covered this in depth. So I'm actually let you bookend this joint. Mr. O, take a piece of this and then we'll get Cheeto to put a nail in this.
No, mind if I do. See, what we discussed last night when we was talking about this, remember we was talking about there's got to be a study done about the divestiture to pro-black pipeline. I got to reiterate again, we got to go ahead and talk about this biracial to Pan-Africanist and what's the name, pipeline. That's what we got to do, because this is the type of behavior that you got to worry about with tethers like this that want to go ahead and speak for us, but we got to go ahead and do their little background check. We got to do that Wikipedia earlier life situation. Now look at this. Look at this. They always want to talk about what we have fought for so they can go ahead and get the benefits of the after the fact, but they don't want to go ahead and get their hands dirty and talk about, no, I didn't mean it like that. We should do it like this, like that. No. Mr. Kyle, your grits and eggs eating ass. No. And word to a wise Mr. Kyle, you need speaking of grits and eggs, I think you need to step away from the table. You don't see your neck being a little bit too thick and shit like that. And you can't represent us, black man, looking like a sack piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? So back to this whole, like, look at him. He's a whole character right here, bro, with the hat on and all that shit. Look like an anime character. No, we can't rock like that. Can't rock like that. And everything that he was talking about, everything he had said in his little soliloquy, you know what I'm saying? Talking about we ain't get bucked, we ain't do none of this. And shout out to Tito right here on the panel. Deacons for defense. Bro, do I even gotta say anymore? Then that the kind of throwing the Black Panthers on top of that. Then do I got to throw any other Sheikh militia that was basically defending us before all of them dudes combined? See, they don't want to do their homework because they don't know our history because they're not part of our history. I'll land my plane there.
Well played, and yeah, the Deacons' defense thing is spot on, and even what you saying, him looking like a character. This is the like I said, the organized opposition AstroTurf playbook, and the biggest thing is because him out of nowhere, and like I said, he's got. If you actually watch his podcast, he has to pause for commercial breaks, and he's doing like Whole Foods, like he's got big corporate sponsors, bro. This is. I will give the DNC this, whoever they're hiring, because this isn't coming right from the top. They've hired consultants and stuff like that. They've got focus groups. Somebody's crunched the numbers, and I will say after the Michelle Obama debacle podcast, because they tested the water with a few things. But they are iterating, and they're coming back, and they're reintroducing their talking points, and they're repackaging their product. And there is, fuck what you heard, there is a concerted effort being targeted at the black male voter. So even with them, which goes to me saying, with them was saying that 25%. Or 20% for Trump. I never believed that number. I believe the number is way higher than, and if it wasn't, they wouldn't be putting this much money into trying to flood the algorithm with counter content to what we're watching now, and specifically targeting and messaging at FBA and black men. If this little swing vote block that we have wasn't pivotal, especially now with all of their immigrant base being deported. They need us back ASAP. Tito, it's all yours. I know you had already covered this. You can take this one home.
Yeah, 𝐷𝐿 is a hand selected, bought and paid for fucking agent. Okay, it takes somebody that's a real agent to actually be able to foster an argument against they own heritage and bloodline. I don't get it. They trying to make it something that it's not. They trying to make it a hate group. They trying to make it a political movement. They trying to make it a protest movement. All of this shit that is absolutely not right. And I want y'all to see something. This same, FBA, the alt-right, black alt-right pop line, all of this propaganda. I hope y'all understand that this eventually will take over some idiotic people's minds. It will. This is no different from the type of propaganda they use against the manosphere. Is the propaganda a misidentification? But this nigga is a bought and paid for fucking agent, and it's a lot of them out there. But it's funny that he always talking shit about FBAs, but then he never has any smoke for the people that's talking about Akata and all that. He ain't never got shit to say. The only thing he got to say for them is a bullshit ass excuse about, oh, well, they don't know no better. Or that's from being colonized. Like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. And I'll land my plane there.
All right, bet. Good round, gentlemen. We're at the 1 hour 9 minute mark. We're gonna do one more segment and call it a wrap. Mr. O, you were on the random shit stream with me last night, and I was talking about the Alex Jones shit that I saw him talking about. He did he was doing a full Epstein file breakdown with like a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of shit that's in the Epstein files. I've been watching Alex Jones since like late 90s, like 97, 98. Like none of this shit is new. And he was actually up in there doing a victory lap, being like, "Yo, told y'all motherfuckers." He was up there doing that joke.
Mm-hmm.
He was up there like he was saying, "I feel vindicated now," and I've been saying this since for decades. All right, so I specifically was saying last night that part of what Alex Jones was saying is, so remember all the black chicks was all upset that like no black chicks ever went to Epstein Island, blah blah blah, because that was something else. What Alex Jones was saying that there was also the majority of the real action was taking place on a ranch in New Mexico, and I forget the name of the ranch, and that's where all they were trafficking all the black chicks. And So before I even play this segment, because I clipped a piece of the segment out for us to react to, and it ties into something else. I was talking to Tito behind stage. I used to have a clip on one of the intros for the Sunday show where Tito was talking about how a member of a certain white power group had confessed to him and his peoples that part of their initiation ritual, for them to get put on was to go on like something like Backpage and solicit S workers who were black and take them out, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going somewhere with this. So y'all seen unless you've been hiding under the rock, all the crazy shit in the Epstein files about the babies, adrenochrome, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I ain't even going to say too much because the AI is listening. But look what I got on the screen. Oprah's spiritual leader was sentenced to 99 years for R-wording girls and running a baby trafficking network. And most of them were black girls. And this is the person that Oprah endorsed on her show relentlessly. I got another meme, I believe it's in the members section, that says, remember that school in South Africa for girls that Oprah had? And all the girls disappeared? But they have logged that her private jet made its way to Epstein Island more than 30 times. But all the girls in the school are gone. And they end up having to close the school down because there was all these allegations of sexual abuse to the young girls over there. Oprah. So Oprah's tied to that, and she's tied to this guy who he had a baby traffic. He had a farm of girls impregnated, and he would sell the babies off and for et cetera, et cetera. I'm doing all that because I'm gonna play this segment because Alex Jones, aside from him saying all, he makes the point that these elites, what they actually really want are the black babies because of the genome, our genetics. So I'm gonna play this all the way through, and I clipped out most of the stuff that's like too strong, but at the end of it, I have the montage of the actual guy, the Canadian guy, who's the quote unquote member, sitting at a table with these black Africa girls, and he's women actually, they're not even girls, and he's telling them straight up, and it's him and another white guy, and they're bidding on the girls' babies. One boy is offering $10,000, and then the old guy goes, "No, I'd give you at least $60,000." Blah 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 blah. Because they're eating them. So, and this is, I was saying this because a lot of this plays into with the elites pushing the divested thing and the black men out of the home thing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And now these Keishas, at least over here in the States, they got no protection. And since they got no protection, you see what I'm saying, Chief? This Epstein shit really is blowing the lid off of a lot of shit. That's what we was talking about on a random shit stream last night. So that's the Oprah shit up there. And I got that up there before I play this video. And this is just a clip. It was Alex Jones with on the Fresh and Fit show last night. I was telling people I wasn't going I might do a video review and put it on the Patreon. I ain't gonna leave it on my channel because that shit was crazy. But he's not lying. That shit's in the files. So I'm gonna play this through. You guys listen.
Of their bone marrow, their blood, and injection with these old men. Some of the clients were George Herbert Walker Bush and others. And the thing is, Nygaard's in prison right now for this in Canada. But Nygaard is on TV shows admitting and like telling women, hey, I'll take your period blood, I'll take a baby, I'll take whatever, I'll pay you for this. A baby's really what we want. And so, you can pull it up. And he's saying, I will pay you for your babies because I want their blood. Because if he gets one of them pregnant and it's already his kid, there's no rejection like an organ. And then the stem cells are 100 times better because a white person, it is the big joke, like the black Israelites, you're a cave-dwelling mutant. Well, yeah, it is like X-Men. Whites are mutants. But blacks have mutations too. The point is that they want black babies. That's what they call it, walnut sauce in all the documents for blood.
Yeah, so when you hear a walnut sauce in the Epstein files, they're talking about black babies. Like, just
what the fuck?
Bro, they released 3 million documents, bro. Everybody's been drilling through them online. It's crazy shit. So pizza. Pizza is the little kids. The beef jerky is That's what I'm saying. So we hear one up there talking about black babies in the Epstein files. Like, so when you see that in the emails and shit like that, and the conversations back and forth.
Transfusions. That's what's come out about P. Diddy demanding the black guy give him blood and all that. Because
No.
you can't make this up.
I'm not saying we could probably find a clip. It's on YouTube.
These are vampires.
It's on YouTube, guaranteed.
The real vampires actually kill their own children. And I know I've got sources.
So for those, because we're obviously kind of in this world, so we're listening to, we're like, yeah, we've heard this before. But for the people out there that might be like, what's going on here? Like, they might not be familiar with this stuff. Can you kind of explain, like, this whole ritual thing, baby thing? Why do they do it? How do they do it? Because people hear about the conspiracy theories and everything, but they don't really understand it. So if you could kind of, like, explain it for them.
Well, they got a video if you want to watch this.
Okay, so we can watch this video here.
It is.
You can get paid a lot more than that.
So how much do you want for it? Let's bid. I bid.
Yeah, this is the guy. This old guy. I think he's in his 80s. He's in jail now. But he's been traveling Africa, buying women, black women and babies, and he was doing it here in the States too.
$500, but I'm prepared to outbid him anyway. Whatever I bid, he's gonna outbid me. I bought about $60,000 worth of eggs. Yeah. If you have an abortion, that's very valuable.
Said $60,000 for the baby. If you have an abortion, that's very valuable.
Umbilical cord,
The umbilical cord.
Placenta.
Placenta, a lot of stem cells in that.
Even your period blood.
Even the menstruation.
It's so rich with stem cells. We regard it as waste, and it actually should be. It should be captured as recycled, and it shouldn't go to waste. It's life for somebody, Best eggs are 16 to 18 years old. Those are the best eggs.
16 to 18-year-olds.
The older your eggs get, the weaker and weaker.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So you may not be our top.
All right, so I'm going to stop there. Who has the highest AB rate in the United States?
Black women.
And where have all of that biomaterial gone?
Abortion clinics.
Once from the clinics, where has the biomaterial gone? It's not being thrown away. And if there's so remember even the Glorilla with with her song about getting deletions and everything. It makes sense now why the Planned Parenthood and the whole the pushing the black women to have the highest.
I was just about to say that.
Highest AB rate because they're basically using them like cattle. Who wants a piece of this? This is our last segment. Who wants a piece of that?
Yeah, the reason that they target females is this shit is simple. It's like when all of these states that sell hunting licenses, right? What's the one fucking rule of hunting when it comes to deer? Don't shoot the female deers, because if you shoot the female deers, you might not have any deer next year. So the targeting of FBA females is done to aid them in being able to do a population swap.
Mm-hmm.
That's why this FBA shit makes them so mad, because the population swap was caught mid-progress. They wanted to slowly but surely eliminate our numbers, but increase these tethers numbers so they can say, oh, well, no, to make them the new African American. You know what I'm saying? And they mad that motherfuckers caught that shit mid-progress, and it pisses them off to no end. And you can tell, and they all in on it. I don't care how broke or how menial the tether might seem, they was all still in on it, and they all had a stake in it, and this is why they so fucking mad. And I'll land my plane now.
All right, but Saul, you want a piece of that?
I'll say this, when you connect the dots, with this whole conspiracy stuff, I mean, you got the whole Bohemian Grove thing that they have going on. And then, of course, there's a whole bunch of suspicion about, remember in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was all this talk about about what do you call it being the new thing? Not nanotechnology, but what is it? The cloning stuff. You see what I'm saying? Right? And then all of a sudden that kind of disappeared. Anybody ever notice that?
Mm-hmm.
All the talk about it. All the talk about it. That was the new thing. They were, trying to get everybody into bioengineering and, all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I feel that there's something to that. And then of course, the code words like PISA. I'm wondering whether or not it has something to do with the whole PISA-gate thing.
It does.
Right? And then of course you have that whole deal with Ed Buck. Do anybody remember Ed Buck? The Democratic donor who was just, deleting random black guys in LA, getting them drugged up, these ex-workers and stuff like that. Anybody knows anything about that?
I heard something about that, but I know the name of the guy. I heard something about that.
Yeah, his name is Ed Buck. Now, the greatest common factor is, one, these Democrats, and two, Oprah. I don't know how she's untouchable throughout all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? She seems to be very untouchable through all that stuff. I think that people need to go on ahead and continue to signal boost as far as she goes. She's mentioned the Epstein files numerous times. She was, would you say, very chummy with Weinstein, So, I mean, there's definitely something there. You know what I mean? I'll land my plane there.
All right, bet. Mr. Mr. O, that's all you. Close out this segment. We get closing statements. Get out of here.
So the thing is, though, they's not gonna lock her up yet. You mean tell me, out of all the three catastrophes, all three conspiracies that we have basically seen transpire in the last 10 years, I mean, with Weinstein, Epstein, what's the dude in African name with some of the God or something like that? Like he was like a fake Charlemagne or something like that. Yeah, yo. So you mean tell me that you got all these girls that came up missing, all these women that's basically getting caught up in the Weinstein case, all these celebrities that's best friends with Oprah, all these things, and they just gonna be like this sweep everything under the rug when it comes down to Miss Winfrey, huh? She is the epitome. This is an Asian's dream right here. They want to be like Oprah Winfrey. You can't tell me, like, this is one of the best agents that the so-called government has ever conceived of. A so-called liberal, feminist, fancy lesbian chick from the Midwest. This is what you're trying to tell me. And after all this, after it's all said and done, I guarantee you that Oprah Winfrey is not going to see a day of trial, let alone spend a day in prison. And you mean tell me, like, there's no nepotism, there's no corruption, she just got it on her own merit from a talk show, talking shit about black men for 40 plus years. I can't go. I can't go. This right here is a biggest gaslight to anybody with common sense. They can put two and two together. They can see patterns and just try to tell us like, oh, so y'all really is the cabal. Y'all really the cabal, and she's the ringleader. I'll land my plane there, and y'all better open your eyes and see that there's evil in high places that y'all don't even think about, and she's it.
No, that's definitely spot on. All right, bet. That's all three segments for the evening. We at the 124 mark. Well under the wire. It won't keep you guys too late. Let's just do closing statements. Get the hell up out of here. Saul, closing statement for the chat and the replay, gang.
But to bring it back down here, because it doesn't seem like we could do anything as a media about that conspiracy theory sick shit that they have going on. Tito is right. It was what you say, genocide plan. You know what I mean? and we've thwarted it, and that's why everybody's upset about it, because we've stopped that plan, and I think that where we go from here, and is to do like I said before, when it comes to the strategy, is to beat them with hardcore facts as we've been beating them with. So we've more or less took over media guerrilla style. The next step is taking over academia from a guerrilla style. And the reason why we do that is when you publish something, it's open to public review. And, if anything sounds activisty and non-research based, seem like those are good candidates to get people's journals retracted, get people's publishing screwed up. That's going to be the next step. I'm just going to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Because they can have these pundits. They will try to go tango on man-to-man with the pundits, but once it get all quiet and stuff, again, because, there's going to be another 4 years, whether or not we like it or not. It is. It's just the way it is. Let's make sure that we're prepared to actually fight them and beat them at their own game. And the next step, like I said before, will be the layman researcher. Mark my words. And this can be done through books, publishing articles, or debunking them. I'll land my plane there.
Yeah, well played. Mr. Go, let's go with you. Tito, you'll close out the closing statement to take us home, and I'll read this super chat before we leave. Go ahead, Mr. It's all yours. Closing statement.
So I just want to be clear that tell you tethers that y'all little roundabouts, your little non sequitur conversations about this so-called black thing, what y'all feel like y'all shouldn't us FBA shouldn't delineate. We should all just keep holding hands. But every single time y'all say these things, we always get one of these Joy Reids, one of these the 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄s, one of these other so-called tellers of the diaspora to make y'all put a foot in y'all damn mouths. And now we already know the truth. Look, y'all's not about to get what's entitled to us. Y'all about to go ahead and just enjoy the fireworks, and maybe, just maybe, we'll keep giving y'all crumbs like we've been doing since 1965. All right, Oprah. I know you only someone of your little cronies is down here listening to the machismo spiel. Look, we until you tell us and liberals all y'all entitlement is one thing. We're not done. Look, this is not 2016. Hell, this is not even 2019 going to 2020. We do research. We use critical thinking skills around here. Look, you just can't just tell us like you did the boomers and even some older Gen X's. They don't follow around with the politics of what's going on in the news at an up and current minute. We on here looking at Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook, minus the so-called mainstream media. We are the media. You know what I'm saying? So you can't use all these so-called roundabouts trying to use talking about, what about they're gonna see you about to Africa too? They're gonna deport you too. You think no. We hold claim to this motherfucker right here. We fought in blood, sweat, and tears around this motherfucker. And I'll be damned if I go ahead and let somebody that came fresh off the damn boat, not even 3 generations ago, tell me how black I am, how things supposed to be. I'll land my plane there.
Let's be nice. Yeah. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
I mean, let me add in that with Mr. O. These tethers got it to where they sitting up here trying to give white liberals permission to call us the N-word because we don't support immigration. You have federal agents out there that look like me and you fighting a good fight, getting them up out of here, and you got these tethers once again calling us H words, house N words. I just want to put it to you like that.
No,
yeah, Torre. We heard you talking about it's okay for so-called liberals, like you said, the awful dildos. Let's never forget the name. The awful dildos can call us the N-word now. Yeah, yeah, and we know where you come from, Mr. Torre. That's a French Haitian name right there. So we already know where your allegiance is at, bro. Nah. And any liberals think they can go ahead and say that N word. Come to the South Side of Chicago, in Inglewood, and by proxy any other part of the South Side, and let me see you say that around here. I guarantee you, your mouth will probably be wide shut by the time you get off the block.
Probably wouldn't even be able to make it down Emerald.
No, I think you guys are both spot on with that. And it just so happens, I guess we didn't even see it coming, but I'm glad it's here. This FBA delineation has turned into the fucking magic bullet. You know the phrase "shake the trees and the snakes will come out." Like,
yep.
If we had any problem identifying who was who and whatever, this FBA shit is like fucking water on the Wicked Witch of the West. Like, nothing. They just break. They're everyone's showing their hand. And that being the case, now is the time for conversations like these, so that brothers can be organized and make better quality decisions. Tito, all yours, sir. Closing statement, please.
Yeah, man. Like I said, the sham, the scam, the destiny swap, the population exchange, whatever you want to call it, was called mere progress and stopped. And you got a lot of people that's angrier than all hell because they put a lot of work into this bullshit. They profited from this shit, and they are mad that all of these different people that they prop up to use against us will no longer be able to, be agents in our midst anymore, right? And like I said, it's not just like at the high political level. It's also at like the regular boots on the ground level. A lot of these people was able to get jobs ahead of an FBA person because they could check off more boxes by hiring them, and don't let them be gay too. You know what I'm saying? So this permeates all of what the black media and political environment is, right? And before this delineation, frankly, these people had us over a barrel. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. While you got abortion vans coming to the west side for the DNC, while you got they agents going online bragging about they actually bragging about the black birth rate being down 4%.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Why they but they doing all of this, but then they funding them to have more babies. It's crazy that the Office of Refugee Resettlement and Public Aid and everybody else, if somebody come from one of these Muslim countries, even if they are black with more than one wife, they'll set all of them up with public aid, and that money go right in that man's pocket at the end of the day, whoever their husband is. But it's funny that they will fund them, but then let a FBA man mention polygamy, and then here comes the same old fucking pre-programmed response. It's always these broke niggas that want to talk about polygamy. You know what I'm saying? But they funding them to do it, and the jig is up, and that's why a lot of people are fucking mad and fuck them. And I'll land my plane there.
Right, spot one.
Hey, before you close it out, Machismo, you know what this defining moment in this so-called space is. Do y'all remember the last episode of the final season of The Wire? Do y'all remember when they had all that like big old huddle right there? You know what I'm saying? After Prop Joe got whacked, and they were trying to find a way to go ahead and get the money for the work. And met the man who played this character by the name of Cheese, talking about, you know what I'm saying, how things are supposed to be going now. That was the old ways. This sounds like the straight up tethers. This sounds like the so-called pro-wax. And it sounds like the old guard that been holding us back for the last 60 odd years. And you know who we are over here, all four of us right now on this panel? we like Slim Charles. We like Slim Charles in that the final moment after Cheese got to talking about what things is and what it's gonna be, and he put that so-called what's the name through his knocking and told him like that was for Joe. And people understood what right there and there. You don't mess up the old guard. You don't mess up and think you're gonna change on things without somebody having something to say about it, and that's us.
That's spot on. Here, let's I'm gonna read the super chat by Maggie Engineer, and then actually, if any of you wanna answer it, we could do that before we get up out of here. So it's Maggie Engineer, Shiver Destroyer, $5 super chat. He said, "Have y'all heard of the theory that every year 10K black women go missing, never to be heard of again?" Yes, and I think the number is actually higher than that. But to that point, in this climate, I think the general sentiment with regard to that is,
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
yeah. Anybody want to address that before we get out of there?
Yeah.
What's the read off the question when you get a chance? I guess maybe we all could.
It's have y'all heard of the theory that every year 10K black women go missing, never to be heard of again? Yeah, I've actually, and I think the number's actually higher.
Yeah. Every single time they be talking about some Keisha get probably what either deleted or come up missing every 6 minutes or something like that. But the numbers ain't adding up because from what I heard, y'all ain't messing with the niggas. So who's taking y'all out? Oh, Brad. Never mind. Nothing to see here. I'll pass the mic. Go ahead, Tito. Saul. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, that and the Epstein files kind of speaks to that. That's why I was hitting that a bit earlier. Like a lot of the talking points that we had down here, like we was right, but we was right on like a deeper level too. Like we was right about a lot of weird shit, even with us talking about the red pill stuff and the gender shit going on, and the matriarchy shit going on in our quote unquote community. A lot of that shit starting to make sense with this file leak. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah, I've heard of that number. Actually, is even higher, significantly higher for black men. But inside of that number, you might actually do have some of them that's just like, random victims. Then you might have some that might have set a nigga up. You might have some that might have ran off with the nigga shit on the drug side. You have those who might have been trying to, be out there selling it and ran into another Green River killer or a BTK killer. There's all types of reasons that they come on.
Oh, don't forget about the homeless, Tito. You forgot about being homeless.
Yeah, because it's very vulnerable. Yeah, the homeless. Inside of there might be some of them that might have gave somebody something that they can't get rid of. Inside of that number. It's all type of reasons. It is. But yeah, I've heard about the number, yeah. But they don't really help it by being so they make themselves willing victims by being outside to all hours of the night, flat out fucking drunk a lot of times. Shit.
My answer to that is this. At the end of the day, I think it's a twofer. Blame black men, and at the same time, do the little ritual work they've been doing, and obviously brainwashing these chicks when it comes to their own self-esteem, because obviously you could take any random train or public place or whatever the case may be. They see you, there's a level of fear or contempt or whatever the case may be. So what she doesn't know with her dumb ass is the very person that she feels safest with, let's say white people are more than likely to have her ass for dinner, especially them kidneys. I'll land my plane there.
Yes, sir. Well played, gentlemen. We're at the 140 mark, well under the 2-hour mark. Great segments, gentlemen. I want to thank the chat for participating, coming out, man, supporting the stream, man. Really appreciate you guys. I will say this, I've said it before, man. Content creators like Tito, Mr. O, myself, Hood Server, there's a ton of them. You guys know a lot of the originals. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but my algorithm in particular have been being flooded with these watered down versions of the channels that I'm actually subscribed to with regard to this content. I actually have to start going and actually searching for some of the content creators I actually normally watch. And I don't think that's any coincidence. It's the diverting hate strategy. And then we've got the manosphere adjacent sphere, the Lapeef sphere and all that, and that's really starting to take up a lot of oxygen in the room. It's not by any accident. So you definitely got to support the content creators that are actually the source of all this content. That being said, I share most of Tito's streams on the community tab, where you guys see them. Reshare them, repost them on your Facebooks and your community tab. The same with Mr. O. He's putting a playlist together. We talked about this yesterday, but he's already over 1,000 subscribers. We just got to get his watch hours up to get him fully monetized. So let's go. So I'll be reposting their stuff during the week. I know the community tab gets a lot of traction. So you guys.
Speaking of community tab, just to ask you real quickly, have you been getting these random liberal people out of the blue on your channel?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Where do they come from?
The government, salty balls.
Well.
Oh, the comic section, you know what I'm saying? If I do like share one of y'all videos, you know what I'm saying? Machismo, Tito, I'll get some people in the comment section talking about is this like a anti-woman channel or something like this? Is this a so-called xenophobic channel and stuff like that? I'll be deleting that shit as soon as you be popping up on me. I was like, man, you was AI.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of bot activity. There's definitely a lot of bot activity, too.
Okay.
Oh, and I'll be getting some let's get back to the table content on my feed too. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, let's get back to the table. Let's let bygones be bygones. All type of bullshit.
Yeah.
No, spot on.
Diverting hate. Yeah. All right, yeah, that was my last question.
But Tito, do you want a piece of that?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
He was asking if you was getting strange activity and like liberals on your posts and on your community tab, I guess, or even on the channel.
You know what? They kind of stopped coming to my lives. I every time I used to address something political, I would get like a couple of random leftists in there, but I don't get that anymore. As far as on my feed and social media, yeah, they shoot a lot of that bullshit at me. Yeah, probably like they do with everybody else, but on the lives anymore, not so much. Nah, I guess they know not to come to that motherfucker no more. I don't know.
Yeah, ever since that white boy with the pubic hairs on his chin came over there, yeah, it's been real quiet over there. Been real quiet over there.
All right, but yo, salute the Quiet Storm in the chat. I see you, boy. Yeah, but like I said, once again, salute to the chat. Thanks for supporting the stream. With any luck, we'll see you again next Sunday. And salute to the panel, man. Thanks everybody for showing up. We took a 2-week hiatus. So it was actually good to do this show now. But you know how it is. You can be looking forward to the Sunday shows. We 9 seasons in. All right, bet. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, the one lady in the cloud watching, I want to say, like I always do, man, good night and good luck.
Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition. Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. Meticulous like a watchmaker, precision. I'm public enemy without the clock. Listen, champagne flavor apricot, 4 flavor, full leaf furs. Ocelot, I'm at the spot, about to make salad on a calm morning. Got me brainstorming new ways to breach loopholes, new goals to turn coal into diamonds. You motherfucking turncoats, cotton picking good for nothing wanted. You low down Benedicts, how you kill a good nigga working in the neighborhood, trying to build shit that ain't real shit. I know it's hard to get on one accord, but why take a king off the board? It's not checkmate when the gang detonate, but let me deviate. I'm thinking more of pouring white grapes than the flu. How you escaping the coup, the heist, open shop down in Alger Heights. Nothing less than success will suffice. Right, tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. It's real, pearls before swine. Girls with strong minds, the world is all mine. It's like hurry up and wait, it's a long line. You got the right idea, but at the wrong time. Timepieces, I find peace, my mind reaches new levels, new devils to leave speechless. Speak truth to power, minutes turn to hours, yours become ours. Now it's new moves, rules of engagement. I leave out with the money, with who I came with. No more the same shit, but I'm still player. Get your main hit, like your first single. Layers, fly ladies understand lingo. On the hotel rooftop, we met mingle. Tequila shots, the whole menu was bilingual. Sing along, you know the words, it's not a jingle. A man with a plan with a purpose. Standing ovation, we out, close the curtains. Yeah. Tell me how it feel, tell me how it feel. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Tell me how it feel to be a real one. We don't inherit empires, gotta build one. High stakes when it's fake, stay a real one. Mastermind a game plan to make a meal from. Know the deal.
Hey, where's Stewie? That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it, and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.